so comfortable.
You should be in
You just need to
prison.
shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You facing charges.
All right, people. Welcome back to the final third. I'm your gracious and humble host.
Man say humble. You ain't humble.
I'm always humble.
You ain't humble, bro.
You see this trim. You see the trim. You see the trim, and I'm still humble. That's the most important aspect of me. I know my good co-host Lavish or Shemi or Oluwashemi Lore
It's
or
not easy,
Kante's
man.
cousin.
It's not easy. It's not
You
easy.
want to call him.
It's not easy up in here in Lagos.
In Lagos, made in Lagos.
Lagos.
One thing that people don't understand about Lavish is he was in the studio during them sessions, so he understands when it says made in Lagos.
It's not.
He really understands that it was made in Lagos.
It's not easy.
He really understands.
It's not easy, man. Boy.
We're gonna get down into the nitty-gritty, into the stuff that we want to talk about. Premier League weekend. It was another big weekend. We had West Ham losing at home to Everton, stalling their Champions League.
Whatever they want to call it, the Champions League run, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, Lavish, is this it for West Ham's Champions League ambitions?
Here's why you flopped. And me being in Nigeria, everything's always geared towards where the Nigerian plays. And also the fact they played on Friday. That's where I thought you'd start. Let's start with Newcastle. Let's start with Newcastle. Newcastle move into Leicester away.
Move into Leicester. All right. So
if you follow,
clearly redirected the conversation. He knows where he wants to go with the conversation. On Friday night, it was Leicester at home to Newcastle. Leicester wanting to keep up their Champions League push. They faced the Newcastle side looking to secure their safety in the Premier League. And in the first 60 minutes, that Newcastle side blew away Leicester.
I don't know what that was.
4-0 within the first, 70 minutes or so. Leicester scored 2 goals late on as consolations, but that was it really. Lavish, what happened to Leicester? What happened to Leicester?
I really want to come here and not say this is the Brendan Rodgers tax, but I don't know what to put my finger on, because Newcastle is not even a team that's hot and cold. They're cold, and then hot once, and then cold again. So being the team that gets caught out on their hot streak or their hot game, it's just not. You're
pissed. You're pissed.
What is that?
Fam, Liverpool pammed them for how many minutes? Pammed them. Last minute they conceded a goal. I'd be pissed as well. Be pissed as well. But this time, Leicester can have no complaints with the result.
They didn't deserve anything from that game in terms of the way the match panned out, because you're seeing Newcastle come with wave upon wave, and they're just thinking why can't Leicester get a footing in this game? Like, players are looking like they're playing out of their skin. Not because of their just effort levels. They just look better than Leicester in that 90 minutes. They just looked better than Leicester. And the 2 goals, Leicester were not lucky to get them 2 goals because they were well worked, but the 4-2 scoreline doesn't even justify the way Leicester got boxed, because it should have been 4-0.
It doesn't reflect it at all. Fam, we have to talk about Leicester's backline during that match. Sionku, obviously Evans' late injury withdrawal. He got an injury, so he wasn't able to play.
I saw you tweet that Sionku looks scary. You said Sionku looks scary without Evans beside him. I don't think that's fair.
Nah, you look spooky. You looked a bit spooky. He
had a bad game, but when you say something like that, it kind of means like Sionku can't defend without Evans beside him, rather than he's just having a bad game.
I never said you can't defend without Evans beside him. But Evans has been largely fit throughout the time that Sionku's been there. And when you've got a calm and composed presence like Evans next to you, it makes other defenders better. I think that's been the case with Evans next to Sionku, because he looks rash. He looks bad. He looks bad against Wilson. Wilson had a striker's performance against him. Yeah,
Wilson had a striker's performance against Wilson. Wilson has striker's performance against several defenders. You know,
he's not. Hey,
he's really holding Newcastle up. He's really holding Newcastle up on his own, and obviously Kendall just goes wax lyrical about how poor her team are. If you follow Kendall on Twitter, but credit to Joe Willock. Credit to Joe Willock already finding some goals in his form, because when he was at Arsenal, he makes the late man runs, but then he misses. That's what we see at Arsenal. Now he's actually finding the back of the net. So I'm happy for Willock as well.
Are you telling me that the vibes are better up north than
next game
at the Emirates currently?
Next game.
Is that what you're telling me?
What do you want to talk about next?
Because you just said that that Willock scoring the chances that usually misses in North London. Lavish, you have to address this. Just talk to me.
I don't understand why.
Address it. I just want to know why is he missing these chances in North London? But
I think it's just less pressure. If you miss at Newcastle, everyone's missing except for Maximan and maybe Wilson. If you miss at Arsenal, we need those points. So when you're in a less pressurized situation, your confidence is higher, and you see the caliber of players around you. You feel like I deserve to be here, or this is my level, or I'm one of the best here. So there's less pressure. You're more confident as well. So maybe that's where I can. Maybe that's lazy punditry, but that's where I can put. I can't put my finger on anything. But I guess
I'm glad you said it and not me.
I don't know what. I don't know. It's not. I'm not going to put it down to the vibes, because the vibes are so laid back at Arsenal.
There's no pressure even if you fuck up at Arsenal. No pressure.
As well. It's only pressure from the fans, but turn off your phone and you'll be fine.
I said turn off your phone. Leicester, so they've faltered against faltered against Newcastle. How do you see their top 4 bid panning out now? They still have to face Manchester United and a couple other top teams. Do you see them falling out of the top 4 again for the second straight season?
I know we're going to go on to the other games that you touched on, Everton and West Ham, which I know you get onto next. But because this is the Friday game, and now being all the weekend games are played, I'm not as worried about Leicester, because this weekend's just shown that. This weekend's just shown, I feel like the way everything is now is how it's going to finish.
You think so? You don't think Liverpool can make a late creep towards that?
Liverpool's got a game in hand with 57 points, so they'll go on 60 if they win, which will make them, I think, 1 point or so, 3 points behind Leicester, sorry, or whatever. Let me check. 3 points behind Leicester if they win. And then we go into the last 3 games of the season, and Leicester can't lose anymore. No, I feel like Leicester have a loss in them, but I don't feel Liverpool have 3 straight wins in them. Have Liverpool won 3 games in a row all season?
It's been a while since you've seen Liverpool win 3 games.
They ain't got 3 wins in a row. They ain't got 3 wins on the bounce on them. So I feel like Liverpool's the only threat to the top 4 now. Chelsea's confirmed. Man United's obviously confirmed. Leicester, I believe they'll just edge it. Brendan Rodgers will scrape it in
there. Okay, so moving on to the next game, we want to look at not the Everton West Ham game, but the Chelsea Manchester City game. Chelsea came back from 1-0 down. Gabriel Jesus goal, but leveler and then an eventual winner from Marcus Alonso brought Chelsea the 3 points. First thing we have to go. You know where we have to go first of all. That penalty from Kun Aguero. Does he get away with it because he's a Manchester City legend?
Aguero can do what he wants at Manchester United, but from a neutral footballing from Man City, but from a neutral footballing fan, trying a Panenka and it doesn't work.
You want to scrap him?
Yeah, it's suicidal still, because let's not lie. Obviously, because this is why there's an Aguero tax on it. This is why there's an Aguero tax on it. Because can we not remember when Lookman tried it? Even the fiasco he faced. No, be honest. Let's just use Twitter to judge this. The fiasco and the backlash he faced from the media and from the football Twitter as a whole when Lookman tried the Panenka earlier at the start of the season. You remember? I
remember. Against what was it? Against West Ham.
Were the stakes higher against this Man City match or that Fulham match?
I don't know. This Manchester City match, they could have won the title with this match.
Which one were the stakes higher?
Probably the Fulham West Ham one, just because.
No, the Man City match, the stakes are higher because they're going to win the title if they go 2-0 up at halftime. That's why it's higher. Which one got more backlash?
Deep. Talk about it.
I don't want to go there.
Talk about it.
I don't want to go there.
Why do you want to go
I don't want to go there.
Why do you want to go there?
Because they say every time they say I'm going to play that card. I'm not playing that card. I'm not going to do it.
Play the card.
No, I'm not going to play the card.
We got limited uses of those cards.
Let me lean on Aguero attacks. Let me lean on the fact that he's a Manchester City legend. Let me lean on the fact that this is his farewell tour. Let me lean on the fact that he gave out an apology, so he missed the penalty. Do you understand? So
I'd never apologize though.
I'd never
apologize. I'd do the Panenka again.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't be a professional footballer though.
You do the Panenka again. I saw someone tweet. Was it Culture Camp? Who tweeted something like Zidane was a madman to try do the Panenka like final against Italy? And I remember when he did that. I was so confused. That's one of the first times I've seen the Panenka. That's one of the first times I've seen that penalty.
Nobody was doing that. So the fact that he said, "Yeah, World Cup final, I'm gonna do it then." Yeah, nutcase still. That's the first time I saw Panenka. I didn't even know what I thought he missed. I thought he missed when it.
Yeah, because I think it hit the crossbar. It just went. Yeah. So when I just remember being young and feel like, and then in my head I thought Buffon, like, how can you not stand up and catch it? That's what I was thinking again. Because like exactly what Mendy did, where he was like, yeah. I was thinking, obviously, the physics of that's not working. It's obviously very slow. Yeah, why can't you just grab it? But Zidane's a madman to try that. And Aguero, we've seen with City how unfortunate they've been with penalties. So you're looking at the City, and also I think that has a part to play. You're looking at the City roster and you're thinking, okay, if Aguero missed, who else can take it? No one. I'd rather Aguero take another penalty than give it to someone else in that quick.
City have been shit at penalties though. I don't know what's going on over there. These lot can't. I don't know, boy. Obviously, these two teams will be competing in the Champions League final. You could say that this was a dress rehearsal for the final. Lavish. What do you think? Do Chelsea have the upper hand going into the Champions League final?
This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. No, they don't. No. This is what we wanted. This is what we all wanted. This is what everybody wanted. Because there's no way the football gods don't allow you to three-peat teams. They rarely do it. Only Chelsea did it to Oli. Only Lamps did it to Oli. They rarely allow you. Oh no, only three-peat.
Oli did it to Lamps.
Only Oli did it to Lampard. You rarely three-peat a team. You rarely do it. And so far, Chelsea have had Man City's number. They've beaten him twice in a row. They can't beat him in the Champions League. And I'm happy Chelsea won, because if Man City won, they may almost have a sense of a confidence and an air of like, we're better. We know technically we're better than Chelsea. So they may take their foot off the gas a little bit for the 3 weeks for the final. But now losing to Chelsea, they've sat up. Said, oh yeah? So they have a bit of a bite of vengeance to seek revenge. So I'm happy. This is how we want it, because I'd rather Chelsea win this game and lose the final.
I don't know, I don't know, because Chelsea have been good in the big game, like the big games that they've had to come against. They've performed in all of them, and again, this one, you can't say that they looked overruled or overmatched with the Manchester City team. Like, I feel like they looked good against Manchester City. So to say that it's a definite, or like City can't lose 3 times in a row to this Chelsea team, I don't know. Tuchel's got them looking a bit different. So it's a sticky one. We're going to have to throw up into the air a little bit in terms of who's going to come out on top in that Champions League tie. Because Tuchel's got them looking good in these big games.
The scary part about the game was, and the Champions League, looking at it now, you're thinking, they're not scared of Man City whatsoever.
No reason. They've got no reason to be scared of Man City.
They're really going toe for toe at City. Like, when they play, they make Rodri look so bad. And obviously, I don't know why nobody speaks on Rodri, but they make Rodri, and I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying that. So when he plays Chelsea, they pull him out of position. So like they really pull him out of position. Like so, I don't know if they're gonna have to play an experienced Fernandinho.
All right, Fernandinho has to start that final. Even though he's
Because
even though what, he's
I don't want to
36
see
now.
Rodri there. It's got to be Fernandinho, Gundogan, and KDB.
Has to be. Even though Fernandinho's 36, hey.
I'll rather Fernandinho than a Rodri, because I'd rather Fernandinho chasing mountain these lot than you have a Rodri, because Rodri, he ain't got the legs. He ain't got the legs.
Rodri ain't getting away with 6 fouls without a yellow in the Champions League final.
No, he's not.
No chance.
He's not.
No chance. That's a skill Fernandinho's perfected over the years that I just have to every time I see him play, I was just thinking, how many fouls are you gonna give away before you get a yellow?
Yeah,
how more time you don't even get the yellow. He's clocked the game.
He's got the referee's number. He's got the referee's number. And one thing you know is gonna happen is you're gonna have an N'Golo masterclass, which is inevitable for Pep. What he must stop is a Jorginho masterclass. And with Rodri on that field, it's happening. Do you get what I'm saying? Because him, you can bypass Rodri. You can bypass Rodri because he doesn't even sit that deep. You can bypass Rodri, and he ain't got the legs to shuttle. But if you have a Jorginho masterclass in that final, it's long. It's actually, I don't think Jorginho's amazing, but when he balls, when he gets
the ball moving, then he can make that Chelsea team tick.
It's a long day at the office because
if
the ball moves
so fast. He can make the Chelsea team tick.
Yeah, so you have to nullify Jorginho completely. Let Kante masterclass is going to come anyway. He's a maverick. He's
a playing 100%.
No, that dude, we don't stop. You've done it before.
8.5 on the sofa score guaranteed.
No, banker.
But we have to remember the last final that Kante played in, well, one of the last finals that Kante played, he had to get subbed. It was a bit shaky in that final. I just wanted to, I don't know if that changes your opinion or anything. I just thought I'd bring it to your attention.
What you about?
2018 World Cup.
The World Cup?
Yeah.
Are you a disgrace?
Huh?
Are you a disgrace?
I thought I'd bring up just your attention, just in case you wanted to remember it. Like, sorry, my bad.
What are you doing?
You know me, I bring balance. Like, I have to bring balance to the discussion.
Europa League final. I thought you were gonna go Europa League final.
No, Europa League final. He took Torreira off the pitch.
Oh, so he popped Torreira, yeah?
Yeah, he popped Torreira, but that's like, come on, it's Torreira.
Okay. So I thought that was the final he was gonna go to because I remember he balled. But
he balled there.
Okay, so you went to the World Cup final where Kante, every game prior to that, he balled. But the final is where he had a tummy ache. He literally had the flu.
Yeah, the flu.
Yeah.
That's my fault, OG. I just thought I'd slide that in there. I just wanted to see if it'll change your thinking. Sorry, my fault, OG. The next game I want to look at.
Because I don't know why you got to do that. And I
have to bring alternative ways of thinking to the
final. I don't want to have to do that to you, my bro.
No, that's fine.
Are you talking Liverpool? Do you want to talk Liverpool? You want to talk about you lot?
We can go Liverpool, then go West. I don't mind. So Liverpool.
Hazard, accidental hero. They have to get rid of the video now. Hazard obviously Sevilla was winning.
Done.
Sevilla was beating Real Madrid, and then they leveled it last minute. Diego Carlos own goal.
Diego Carlos.
94th minute.
If there's one thing I've learned about Diego Carlos is he's gonna play against Sevilla. That guy is crap.
But apparently he's that touted to him and Koundé. Apparently that defensive partnership is one of the best in the league, La Liga.
I'm taking Koundé. I'm not taking Diego Carlos.
Boy, so they both. So nothing's changed. Wow,
wow, that's crazy.
2-2 and 0-0. Done then, Atletico. Wrap it. Anyway, so you were saying,
Liverpool beat Southampton at Anfield 2-0. Sadio Mane goal set off proceedings, closely followed by a second, or I say thirdly followed by a second, scored in the second half. Lavish Liverpool creeping up on those Champions League places? Is it too late for them to make a charge towards the top 4?
It's never too late.
Never too late.
Never too late. If it's mathematically possible, obviously, let me do the diplomats. I think it's too late, honestly, because not even so much how long's left. I just don't believe Liverpool have the strength to mount several games on the bounce, like 5 dubs in a row. Obviously, they've got 3 left, but I don't believe they can do 3 dubs in a row. Because at 1-0 against Southampton, you're thinking, and with Liverpool, they create a lot of chance. They create some chances, and they just don't find fortune, don't find the back of the net. So at 1-0, and they're still creating chances. They're scared. Liverpool's scared. If Liverpool don't get 2,
I thought Liverpool were going to concede.
I thought it was going to end 1-1.
I thought I was going to concede the equaliser. I can't lie.
So there's going to be more games like that. There's 3 more games like that. There's going to be more games like that. And you're just feeling like I don't think they can close in on the title if they're going to keep playing like... They play like that anyway. So it's not even a matter. It's just fortune. I feel like with Liverpool, it's very difficult to judge because you can't keep using the injury excuse. But it's just because they create chances. You get... So I read... They ain't closing in on the top 4 is all I know. The last 3 games, obviously 4 games, because they still got you lot again. The match you lot protested. So got United, West Brom, Burnley, and Palace.
That is not the worst running for them.
Everything's away. United away, West Brom away, Burnley away, and then Palace at home last in the season.
I could see them picking up from that maybe 9 points, maybe 7 points. I think that combined
7 points doesn't get them. No, 7 points out of 12.
Read out Leicester's running.
7. Wait, are you saying 7 points out of 12?
7 points out of 12, yeah.
I don't think that's not good enough for them to make the top 4, considering there's 4 games left, and obviously they've got a game in hand. That's not good enough.
7 to 9 points might be enough. 7 to 9
points. Leicester's got Man United away. Man United away. Man United away. Leicester. Man United away as well.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea away. Spurs at home.
That's their run. How many points do you see Leicester picking up, and how many points are ahead of Liverpool are they?
Whoa. Leicester's got Man United away, Chelsea away, and Spurs at home. They beat Spurs.
You say they beat Spurs, but their home form is not great.
Oh yeah, there's the games away that they'll even be better, but their home form's horrendous. They're 3 points above. No, they're 6 points above Liverpool. Liverpool have a game in hand. Liverpool have 4 games. They have 3 games. That's all that's happening in the top half. That's what everyone's really playing for. Is this match? Who's going to finish in the top 4 now? Because Leicester's, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. And even Chelsea's got some tough fixtures, but Chelsea is fine.
Yeah, Chelsea's a lot now. This Manchester City win is
they're only 1 point above Leicester though.
Only 1 point above Leicester, but I'm running again. Just like Liverpool's is significantly easier. I know they're going to be focusing on Champions League a little bit, but
yeah,
again, they're going to have enough to get through the teams.
Arsenal, Leicester, and Villa.
Arsenal,
Leicester, and Villa.
Arsenal, Leicester, and Villa. Yeah, they can easily get 6 points from that.
9.
Get 9. What do you say? You don't? Arteta's army not going to take no points.
Stop talking about that, man.
My fault, OG. A great segue into the Arsenal versus West Brom match. Arsenal won 3-1. Lavish, your club. Is there any parting notes you want to make about your club before we sign off? Your club won a match. This is supposed to be a positive.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I've messaged some of my loyal friends that still support this club. It's heartbroken the morning after Villarreal. Like, how come he hasn't come out and retired? Any respectable man comes out and retired, because you're seeing him in the Arsenal training complex doing videos trying to explain what happened the night before. Any respectable manager just hands in the resignation the next morning. Leave.
Hey, do you know how peak it is that he had an interview lined up straight away after he lost that match? His PR is crazy. His PR is actually crazy, fam. Man said he's lost. He's got embarrassed by the old
And he's
coach
just
of
there,
Arsenal.
and you've got Sky Sports lined up.
Lined up just like that.
Why are you still here? Because you came out and you said you tried everything. If you've tried everything, that means it is beyond your capabilities. If something is beyond your capabilities, then you can't do
You
it.
got the facilities for that big
You
man.
ain't got the facilities for that big man.
Got the facilities for that big man.
Tell him you ain't got the facilities for that big man. So if you ain't got it, why are you still here? And then people keep saying, who do we get instead? They're people to get. They're people to get. Stop asking me that stupid question.
That's the worst response. Who is there to get? Who is there to get? Bro, if you're suffering already, just make a change.
I'd rather us have no one and wait. Because at least we know, okay, yeah, we ain't got no one. We can wait. Then this.
I swear, some fans in like the modern day, all of this trust the process.
You're so deluded.
Just like they're just literally just hang until the club sacks them. Then they're like, oh yeah, it's not gonna work. Some of them just hang like.
Some fans actually like until you get sacked. Like a lot, I see with the Chelsea. Like a lot of obviously Lampard is the first time Chelsea fans were like, no, let's keep someone because they're their guy. But a lot of Chelsea Lampard fans were like, nah, he can do it. We all know he can't. We knew he couldn't. Like from day one, since they hired Lampard, from day one, you said what you said. As we were in agreement, we said that what? People need to stop disrespecting the managerial role. All this fanfare of like ex-players, it needs to die. Because I'm hearing they're linking. Who were they linking to the Real Madrid job now Zidane's leaving? Was it Figo or was it Raul? Was it Raul?
But they say Raul.
They were linking a Real Madrid legend, or was it Juventus? They were linking someone from Juventus to replacing Pirlo, not Zidane. Before Zidane, they were linking a club legend again to come and take over the reins. Either at Juventus or Real Madrid. Maybe it was Raul or someone, or Del Piero at Juventus. I'm not too sure, Cannavaro or something. I was thinking, stop disrespecting the managerial role.
Go earn your badges. Go earn your stripes.
Go earn your badges.
Go earn your stripes.
Right, so that being said, Luis Enrique, I know ever since he lost his daughter, he took a sabbatical from football. So I haven't seen him in mainstream, but he is someone I'd want because he played attacking football, and he was a tactician at the same time as well. Obviously, people will say, "Oh, he had MSN," so we don't know. But hey, I would like to see him. Tan Hag, the fact that his name's ringing now, I don't like it. When someone's name starts,
now that you got bait, you don't.
Yeah. Now he's got mainstream. I don't listen to that music no more. Now it's gone mainstream. No. But there's people to get. I would get an Ancelotti. Ancelotti could do a job at Arsenal. I'd get Ancelotti.
You do a better job than Arteta. All right, guys, that's been the final third. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's the Final 3RD on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on the socials. That's the Final 3RD _ on both Twitter and Instagram. Follow me, your host Banks at Banks _TF3. Make sure you follow Shemi or Oluwashemi Lore or Lavish or Kante's cousin on Twitter and Instagram as Shems _94. All right, that's been the final third. Have a lovely week, my people.